in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends.
I'll tell you what, DJ Cummerbund, you cannot undo the magic that he has wrought on this planet. By the way, DJ Cummerbund is opening the B-52's farewell tour, by the way.
What?
They have a, well, because
awesome.
Here's how I know this, because I had tickets, and it's been the subject of mockery from my wife ever since I bought them. And they have kind of a rotating cast of openers. The B-52s are going to do one more tour, farewell tour, and they have the Tubes on the West Coast dates. Awesome. The date we were going to was going to be Casey and the Sunshine Band and DJ Cummerbund doing those mashups.
That's awesome.
But I ended up selling I finally got somebody to buy these tickets because I bought them rather impulsively a couple of months ago. When they went on sale, I go, okay, this is going to be a farewell tour. I like the B-52s, and so I'll buy a couple of tickets. Now, I'm not going out of town for shows on a Wednesday night. So if it's a travel show, I have to see when they're playing the weekends. They were playing on a Saturday night, October 1st, in D.C. So I buy a couple of tickets, good ones, floor seats, and I tell my wife, I tell Gwen, a couple days later, hey, FYI, October the 1st, I'm going to D.C. to see the B-52s. And she stands there, mouth agape, because I don't think she had ever, in her defense, had ever heard me utter a word at all about the B-52s, and here I was, going to D.C. I said, you don't have to go with me. I'm just letting you know. And she goes, well, no, I'll go. She goes, I don't know if I'll go to the show, but I'll go with you. And I go, well, that's fine. But then it became like, I can't believe you bought tickets for the B-52s in D.C. And as the days went on, neither could I. And then it became, why did I do that? Like if they were at the House of Blues around the corner, that would be a lot of fun. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, I got to unload these tickets. Because when the time comes, I'm not going to want to drive to D.C., get a hotel, it's 8 hours to D.C.
Yeah.
For the B-52s. For whatever reason, it sounded like a great idea in my head. And then I'm sitting on these tickets, and I'm posting them everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, well, maybe it's too early. People buy tickets last minute. The show's not even until October 1st. So I'll just wait. And somebody finally bought them from me. But it was because it was this thing when we were up north over the weekend with friends of ours at this house, they would goof on me that I bought these B-52 tickets. I said, I want to make it clear. I didn't say anybody had to go to the show with me. Because like Gwen has taken me to she took me to see Steely Dan at Red Rocks one year for my birthday. She hates Steely Dan. I said, listen, that's so sweet you would do that. I never asked you to. I don't want anybody to go to a show of a band they can't stand. So that's why I was like, I don't know her thoughts on the B-52s. My thought was, you don't have to go, obviously. I can sell a solo ticket. But the closer it got, but then I felt like I was capitulating.
Yeah, it did.
That means giving in.
But I knew he knows.
I know it from my figure amounts.
Your figure amounts.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the right move, but I wanted to be very clear when we were amongst our friends that it was making it sound like I was dragging her to the B-52s. Because she's like, I'll go if I can wear a costume. She's big on costumes. I go, you can do whatever you want. But I said, it's also going to be kind of dopey if, like, I'm at the show and you're somewhere else in D.C. Like, that's not whatever. Moot point, unloaded these tickets. It was a wash. I figured because it was when I first decided to sell them, I go, I'm going to make some money on this. There's going to be some B-52s fans that are going to want a couple of floor seats for a sold-out show. in D.C., it did not work out that way.
No, you didn't
I
make
might
money?
have what?
How much did you make?
I didn't make. It was a wash.
Wash. Okay. Well, that's still not bad.
That's fine. No, I didn't lose any money, but I genuinely thought I was going to make some. Maybe if I had hedged my bets, or maybe if I had been a little bit more daring and had waited until like a week before, maybe I could have. But I didn't want to be sitting on them.
Hey, man, life's
in
a gamble.
October. You're not allowed to gamble,
I said life
according
is a gamble.
to the Ohio State Gaming Commission.
Dude, you want to talk about going to a show that you hate? So we were supposed to. The plan was to take my mom to Pittsburgh for Alan Jackson's farewell tour. She loves Alan Jackson.
In Pittsburgh.
True fans call him Allie Jackie.
You're right, little Allie Jackie.
Chattahoochee.
But I am going to be in Boston that same weekend, so we can't do that. So my mom, the other day at breakfast, she goes, "Hey, Alan Jackson was a really good idea. Do you know what I want instead?" I said, "What would you like instead?" She goes, "I want to go see Mushroomhead when they come to Cleveland."
Your mom.
My mom.
She wants to go to the Halloween show.
Wants to go to the Halloween show for Mushroomhead. So mind you,
I think we have tickets.
I just bought a box today. I bought a full box, and so she's like, "I want everyone who can." Well, it's for her birthday. She's like, "I want everyone who can come, as far as like her daughters and her kids and their siblings." So I have 8 seats to go to Mushroomhead's Halloween
Did you know
concert.
your mom was a Mushroomhead fan?
I had no clue she was a Mushroomhead fan.
Okay.
We went to breakfast on, I think, Sunday. And her and my boyfriend Brian.
Does she know she's a Mushroomhead fan?
Dude, they went on. Her and my boyfriend are going back and forth about Mushroomhead back to like the 90s.
Wow.
Apparently, she's this huge closet Mushroomhead
So she
fan.
doesn't just hoard stuff; she hoards interests.
I guess, yeah.
Could you imagine if you opened up one of these storage units and it's all Mushroomhead gear?
Memorabilia.
It's merch, it's ticket stubs, it's framed gold albums.
Pictures of her in the band, like hanging out. She's a groupie or something. But that's what she wanted. And I said, "Are you sure? I've never once in 33 years heard you mention Mushroomhead. And by the way, you were so excited for Alan Jackson. So we're jumping.
Well, you can have multiple.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
love Steely Dan and Lamb of God. I mean, you know.
So you will see the entire Santora clan in Sweet Box D
Wow.
for the Mushroomhead Halloween show.
On the 29th.
Yeah.
I was going to say, don't screw this up. Otherwise, it'll hang over your head like my mom in the Derek Cuff situation.
No, I bought them. And
doesn't sound like her mom is as petty as your mom, Poundcake.
No, that's pretty petty.
She has her
my
mom.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
okay.
But I just thought that I have
Maybe not about concerts.
No.
I have zero interest in going to this show. And she begged me. I said, "What about if I just get you and Brian tickets? Because I think of the entire family, you two are the only two who are interested in this."
Maybe you'll come away a big fan.
That's what
They
Brian
do
said.
put on a good show.
Brian
I haven't
said
seen them in a long time, but I assume it's along the same line.
he said they're awesome and that their Halloween shows are like
Legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
something to write home about. And I was like, "Can we wear costumes? Like, can we dress?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a Halloween show. You can
Yes,
wear whatever you
of
want."
course.
So my whole family.
You guys are going to call me a basic bitch, but I want this year to be the year that I finally see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
It's not basic.
I don't know.
Nobody wants to see that. We'll get the tickets.
I've never gone. My mom has gone. I think my brother has gone, but I've always wanted to see the show, and it always looks like a good time. And I know
It's the only trans thing people can agree on.
Hey.
They play the same type of music every year, but it's always a sold-out show. And I would like to see
It's also a huge production. It's a great show.
I don't think you'll have problems finding somebody to go with you to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I want a boy to buy tickets for me.
There's your problem.
You hear that, boys? If you're a young boy, get yourself buy a couple of tickets
I'm going to
for
tell
you
you
and
this.
Poundcake.
I'm low-key scared to see my mom at a Mushroomhead show. What if she's
Why?
like,
This is going to be
what
amazing.
if she's like so into it and like
She's got long hair, doesn't she?
Yeah,
She's
that's
like,
what
I
she's
want
like.
to be in the box. I want to be in the pit.
I was like,
She
dude, you're
start moshing.
64. Like, I'm not going to buy you
What's the
general
matter with that?
admission tickets.
She was in her mid-30s when they started. She's trying to regain or kind of re-enjoy her youth.
I'm very
Ish.
not nervous, but I'm intrigued to see what this night brings because nobody wants to go.
Has she seen them live before?
Yeah, she said she has.
Okay, because I've heard stories about past shows with them and where it was madness, basically. I mean, especially because I know your mom's kind of religious person and stuff like that. So
Doesn't
it just
matter
seems
when it comes to music, apparently.
I guess not, because like the
Music
I've heard
is
stories.
music is one of the huge areas of life that religious people tend to take the most umbrage with.
So,
Yeah.
and before she said Mushroomhead, the other name that she threw out was Marilyn Manson. I was like, Mom, who are you?
He's canceled. You can't go see him.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. She said that those would be the two bands that she really wanted to see, and that Mushroomhead was coming to Cleveland.
Could she be, and go with me here, could she be hitting on your boyfriend in a roundabout way?
I don't think so.
She's like, oh, you don't want to go? Maybe Brian would like to go.
Oh, I enjoy Brian.
Oh, we'll get a couple of drinks.
He is
We'll
sober.
sit in a box.
But yeah, so that's where we're going to be. And nobody wants to go, but I was like, guys, it's for Mom's birthday. Just go.
Yes, you're supposed to do things you don't like for your parents' birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Huh.
Yeah, that's why I just visit them.
Bill Squire, son of the year.
Did I tell you that my mom wanted to go back to Vegas?
When?
Like after I get back from Colorado. And I'm
That soon?
she wanted
It's
to go,
expensive.
She wanted to go for her birthday. I'm aware. And
When is her birthday?
October 24th.
Hey, come to Mushroomhead. We've got
Hey,
a box.
5 days later,
Wait,
she can join Mary in the box at Mushroom. No, it's already full of Santori.
Your mom and my mom are the same signs.
They're pretty similar people. No, my mom's birthday isn't until December 11th,
Oh, okay, never mind. No,
but this is what she wanted. So I was like, okay.
yeah, no,
That's Roy Wood Jr.'s birthday.
December 11th?
Yeah, that your mom shares with.
Yeah.
my mom called me up out of nowhere and she was like, so we should go back to Vegas, and this time we don't do any touristy stuff. We just go to the clubs and drink. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not a drinker. We gave you a couple jelly shots. And she
Also,
was like,
you
"I'm
think
lit."
you didn't want to go to the Grand Canyon with your mom. Imagine going to the clubs with her.
Yeah, I didn't. Even
You think
get
you're going to have eyes on you the whole time.
I didn't even get to do my gay day like I wanted to. Everyone else got a day. My mom got her Jabberwocky show and her jersey, and she got to go to the Grand Canyon and the Hoover Dam and Lake Mead and whatever. My brother did whatever he wanted to do. He just wanted to go out to a different spot, a different hotel, and eat.
Why
course.
didn't you get your day?
Because my day was the hardest to rally together because
No, why couldn't they go do something and you're out there doing gay stuff?
my mom didn't want to go off that far off the resort, the gay club. Like we were supposed to go to this club called Piranha
No, why did she have to go with you?
because she didn't want me to leave. She didn't want me to
I'm
leave
black
by myself.
and I'm gay.
She didn't want you to go by yourself. What about what you wanted?
Wasn't about that.
It wasn't about
It's
that.
about what she
Doesn't
wanted.
matter.
I was making up for Derek Huff, so I was at her will.
I see. You felt guilty.
And she makes me nuts because she has this stupid separation anxiety, and she won't let me leave.
Separation anxiety is a great way that people manipulate other people.
She
Oh,
does.
yeah.
She's a
absolutely
grown woman and you are a
manipulates
grown man, and she has separation anxiety
me.
from
She
you.
absolutely
together.
manipulates me.
Right. Is she calling you constantly?
No, but the stuff that she says.
So she's not separated when you're in the area. She just has separation anxiety when you're
On vacation.
on
no,
vacation.
when-
I got it.
When we finally do talk on the phone, she's like, "Ow, it's fine. I thought you forgot about me. I thought you're out." You know, she'll
It's
say stuff
guilt.
like that, and then she'll say, "So, are we working on the whole grandbaby situation?" I said, "What do you?" What
Bro,
do you
she
mean?
knows you're gay, right?
She's well aware that I'm gay. She said, I don't care. I still want a grandbaby. She's like, "You're not gonna give me a grandbaby before I die?" And she'll say stuff
But doesn't
like that.
she has one.
She wants another one.
She wants one from him.
She wants one from me.
Well, that's a higher confront. I don't know what your mom. Okay.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I said, "You're not gonna, manipulate me or abuse me the way that you're trying to contort this and make it seem like, oh, well, I just want to see my grandbaby." I'm like, no. What you should say is, I'm gonna be healthier. I'm gonna, go for a jog. I'm gonna exercise, and may God give you many more years. So if I decide to have a child, that will be my will. But you're not gonna force me because you want to see what it looks like, or you just want a grandchild. She's trying to manipulate me into having one.
Huh. Well, I mean,
Because I would.
there's a real easy way to not let her do that.
How so?
Mom, I don't have a surrogate, or
Well,
I would just say, I'll have a grandbaby when you drive on the highway.
There you go.
Yes, but then she'll go. She's like, you can't bully me like that. I'm your mom. I took care of you.
And see how I don't like to be bullied either. Set some boundaries with that lady.
I do set boundaries, but she tops them all off because
So then you don't have boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have boundaries if people are constantly knocking them down.
If I say,
I set my boundaries, but my mom just doesn't recognize them. Yeah, that's not a boundary.
She'll end it with, fine, I guess you just hate me. I guess I can't do anything right for you.
What is your mother, 16 years old?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, she is.
This woman's a professional. She's a medical professional.
She is, but that doesn't mean we are her life. So when
that's her fault, not yours.
I understand that. And I want to live my gay life, and she is trying to get in the way of that by trying to force me to have a child.
It's not even getting in the way of it. She completely disregards it. It's not that she's getting in the way of it. She sets that part aside, and you are her son. You're not a fully formed man. You're not a gay man. You are just her son, and she still infantilizes you. So the gay thing, it doesn't even strike me as that she's being disrespectful toward it. She's completely just not even... It's not even like in her brain.
Correct.
She's like, you're my son. I want another grandchild. Go take care of that.
She's asked friends.
Figure it out.
Like, I've brought friends who were girls over the house. She's like, is she going to give us a grandbaby? Like, my one friend who's the blonde, she was like, oh, I thought she was going to give us a grandbaby, but then she moved away. I'm like, can you stop asking all of my friends if they're going to allow me to get them pregnant?
Cody can't bring any friends around because his mom asks all of the female ones if they're, are you going to let my son impregnate you?
Some of them will be like, yeah.
That's an icebreaker.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's weird, man. And I honestly would feel bad if something happened to her. And this type of
come on, you would not.
This type of mental abuse that she has over me. Because if something happened to her and then I'm like, all she wanted was a grandchild and I couldn't give her that. Or if like I wanted
That's
one.
a lot of manipulation. There's nothing wrong with trying to be sensitive to your mother. Of course, she's your mom. But man, that's not a one-way street. I mean, she doesn't do this to your brother, does she?
Yes, she does.
Is that why he's fat? He eats his feelings?
Possibly.
Oh.
I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But she does it to both of us. And she has a way.
Well, you let her do it.
Yeah, I let her do it. I mean, that's my mom. So I feel like if I yell at her or if I really kind of put her in the place where I think she should be, she gets mad at me and she thinks it's disrespectful.
Yeah, but she'll get over it.
Maybe she won't. She's
then I guess that's her. Right, but what I'm saying is if you were to like
she's
call her bluff, what, is she going to write you out? You're not her son anymore? Nobody who's that into what's going on here is going to let that go. You just be like, I'm not doing that.
It just,
okay.
The things that she makes up in her mind, just like how I have with like my anxiety, she didn't want me to travel for the longest time because she doesn't travel. Now that she has gone to Vegas and she's like, oh wow, that was so much fun. She's like, we should do that every year. I said, yeah, because traveling is awesome, isn't it?
Right.
Going on vacation is awesome. You should do it like once every 20 years.
But now that she enjoys it, she's not so interested in stopping you from doing it.
Yeah. And matter of fact, she gave me money towards Colorado.
Oh, she did. Well, that was nice. She mad that she's not going with you to Colorado?
No, it was more of a birthday gift, which that was a whole nother
all right
thing.
Yeah, because Cody's going to be out Friday and Monday. Good thing, too, because our phones don't work. So,
Hopefully they work before then.
Well, hopefully they don't, because you'll be gone anyway.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Well, that'll be fun. Whatever you got going on.
The people... I need to hang out with poorer friends because they're talking about getting like a personal chef so we don't have to go to the grocery store and buy things and cook. And they're like, what, is everyone want like Chinese, Italian, or barbecue?
Why not just buy stuff and cook? That's the fun of getting a bunch of people in a house.
That's like a
personal
awesome part
chef.
They want a personal chef for
Who are these douchebags you're hanging out with? I thought they were friends.
They are friends.
They're all douchebags, it sounds like.
They're all rich.
So what? I know plenty of rich people who aren't douchebags. They just have a lot of money. Let's get a chef. Out here in the Airbnb.
Come on.
It's in Breckenridge. And
what? You don't live in Breckenridge. You're going to visit. Tell them, suck it up. You make a list. You go to the grocery store. And then every night, a different group of people cook. It's fun. Yes, there's going to be a grill there probably.
Yeah, there is a grill. There's a hot tub. Of
course.
It's a mansion. But it's just...
That's the fun part.
It was their suggestion, and they came up with it, and I'm just going to roll with the punches. I imagine I'm going to get a lot of free things because I'm POOR and it's my birthday. So
why do you have to spell it?
because I don't want to say it.
He can't even afford a dictionary, Mary.
Can't even buy a vowel, huh?
No.
No.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Listen, it's your life. You should live it however you see fit. And if that means letting other people run the show, then let other people run the show. Speaking of which, I've got to take a break. If you want to text for something, 35192. If you want to watch, AlanCoxShow.com, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our